Hello everyone. Today we are going to study Computer Science Paper 1 Chapter number 4. HTML stands for Markup Language. Hypertext Markup Language. It is developed by Tim Berners-Lee in 1990. It is used to create websites. Hypertext means stands for link between two or more pages. Markup means how to display a web page, words and the images. I think HTML is a very important topic because today is the age of internet and everyone should know that the coding behind your websites is done mostly in HTML. HTML is also known as a tag language. So tags are nothing but the commands. Okay, now we'll go to the next slide. Now I just given almost the definition of the tags. Tags are the keywords within a web page that describes how your web browser must format and display the contents. They are always written in the angular brackets. So I hope you understand this is the sign for angular brackets. Then there are two types of tags. One is container, empty. Container tag is also known as paired and empty tag is also known as unpaired. Now this we call it as a start tag. HTML we call it as a pair tag because it consists of two parts. This is your start tag and this is your end tag. And we call it as a empty or a unpaired tag because they don't have a end tag. They always have a start tag. Now tags also have attributes. Attributes are the characteristics of the tags, or they will describe more about that particular tag or the particular attribute, particular tag. They will describe more about a particular tag. Now let's go with the next slide. Attributes will consist of two things, name and the value. Now how to write attribute with the tag? So this is an example, that is body bg color equal to red. So here body is a tag, bg color is the name of the attribute and red is the value. I think you understood that background color will be red. The attributes are always written with the start tag followed by the space. So every time you have to follow the space. If you want to write an attribute, you should write tag first, then one space, and then you should use the attribute and its value. Some of the advantage of HTML are you don't require any special softwares. You require only two things, that is Notepad and web browser, which are readily available with your Microsoft Office. So it's not you don't have to install a new softwares like we used to install for C++. That is either you have to install Turbo C, Boolean C and all. Okay, so it is readily available, so you don't have to install new softwares. Now we can go with the next slide. You can now where to type your program, where to write your code. So you can type your program in Notepad and you can save by the extension known as .html. So remember that every time you have to save your program with .html. If you want to run or execute your file, then you have to just double click on that file. HTML is not a case sensitive language. So I hope you understand. Case sensitive means either you write in capital, small, it doesn't make any problem, doesn't create any problem. Then structure of HTML program. Now let's see what is the structure of HTML program. So all the HTML programs will be having almost the same structure. Now this is the structure of your HTML program. Now can you see here we have written 4 sections. Now this is the HTML section. after HTML section, can you see we have a body section? After body section, we also have a title section, and we also have a head section. So these are the four different sections, and purposely I've written something in capital, something in small, because I just want you to show that HTML is not a case sensitive language. So either you write in capital, small, it will work. Same way, can you see here I've written head, H is small, here H is capital. Purposely same way I've written body. Can you see D is small, D is capital. So it is not a case sensitive language. Now let's go with the next slide. Now we'll start with some of the tags. Now when you go with the tags, the first tag which I am going to teach you is formatting of the physical tags. I think most of the tags are very simple because we use them with Word documents and all. So B stands for bold tag, I for italic, U for underline, S or strike tag stands for strike or cancel the text. Sub stands for subscript. Subscript means, suppose if you want to write something below the line, then you can use subscript tag. Then you can also see that after this we have superscript tag. Superscript means if you want to write something above the line, then you can use it. Then we have a small tag. Now remember that small tag will make one size smaller. Whatever the text you write between this will be one size smaller than the normal font. And big tag is exactly opposite of small tag, that is one size bigger than the normal font. Okay, now after this we'll go to the next slide. Now this is the code or an example of your HTML file. Now can you see you can try out on your computers, that is physical tag. Now here you can see that this is in the title. Then we have bold tag, then I stands for italic tag, then U stands for underline, S for strike. Now can you see superscript? As I was telling you, like in mathematical formulas we write something above the line. So remember that whatever you write between this tags will be written above the line, and exactly opposite is subscript, that is whatever you write below the line, that is. And remember that start tag and this is the end tag. End tag is always preceded by a slash. Now this is the example of small tag. Now can you see small tag example? When you will see the output, that time you will find that it will be one size smaller than the normal font size. Then we have a big tag. This will be one size greater than the normal font size. Okay, now let's go with the next slide. Now here you can see the output. The output, I hope you understood. Very simple. This is because the bold tag effect. This is with the italic. This is with the underline. Then here you can see a square plus b cube. Then H2O. Small, can you see this is little bit smaller than the other tags. This is little bit bigger than the other tags. This is because of small tag effect, and that is because of the big tag effect. So I hope you got this. You can try out on your computers. After this we will go with the heading tags. Now the next topic is heading tags. Heading tags there are 6 heading tags in HTML. By default they have bold and the break effect. 6 heading tags are like H1, which is having the largest font size, H6, which is having the smallest font size. But remember that other than we have H2, H3, H4, H5 and finally H6. One thing to note is if you write other than 6 heading tags, you will get default font size, default font size without break and the bold effect. That means you will not have that break and the bold effect by default. Now let's see the code. Now this is a code which I have written with the heading tag. Now heading tags, can you see the title? Then you will find H1, H2, H3, all the 6 heading tags are there. Okay, and everywhere I have written only one statement. So let's see the output of this. Now when you look at the output of this, you will find that this VVJC, this is having the largest font size, and this is having the smallest font size. Now this is because of H1, and that is because of H6. So H1 will be having the largest font size, and H6 will be having the smallest font size. After this, we will be going with the HR tag. Now HR tag stands for horizontal rule or line. It is used to divide your web page into two or more halves. Now default color of your horizontal line is gray. Now remember that whenever you write in your board exams about tags, you should explain the tag, then you should write the attributes, which are very, very important. Then you can give one example also. Now there are three attributes for this tag, that is color, width, size. So let's see the output, but before that, can you see color spelling? You don't have to use UCOLOR. Then width means from the start it will be showing you the distance, whether it will touch end to end or not. Okay, size means thickness. Now let's see the output. Before we see the output, there is a code or the example. This also you can try out on your computers. Now example of HR tag, that is horizontal tag. Then we have I've just written H1 purposely to show you the effect. Then can you see we have not written here also BR tag, we have just written HR tag. That is, this is going to have a default effect, but here can you see the HR tag again I've written with some attributes. All the three attributes I've used: color, width and the size. Okay, can you see the color is red, width is 60 and size is 2. So it will be not be touching end to end. Okay, now what do you understand by this? We'll see the output. Now when you see the output of this, can you see VVJC written in capital? This is having a default effect, that means it is touching end to end. You can see everything horizontal tag in the title bar. Then just see this line, this is not touching end to end. I hope you understand. End to end means this is not touching from till here and here. Okay, it is just in 60, that's why it is I just use 60% or only 60 pixels, it will just show you. Now can you see the thickness is little bit more, it is less here, and this is more because of the size 2. Then I think color is red. I hope you understood everything till here. So we'll meet in the next section, next session. Thank you very much. Take care.